Okay, good morning, Brazil. Good afternoon for us here in Europe. Today we have Mark here. What can I say about him? Well, I've known him for a couple of years or more than that already through work. We are in touch every single week. He works, he's a distributor of the company that I work for, which means we are in touch. He wants to represent the company in the UK, and he's our best customer in the UK because he's the only one, of course. But he knew that I was going to make this joke, right? So
Very
yeah,
good.
I know he's a businessman. He runs a company, and I also know he's a family man as well. But for the rest, I'm going to get to know him better through your questions. So please get ready and ask nice questions so I get to know him the same way as you will. Mark, please give us a little introduction about yourself, all the things that I just said, and then we're going to start with the round of questions. Welcome.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. Thanks very much. Happy Christmas, everyone. So I'm 44 years old. I have three children: Arthur, who's 13, George, who's 7, and Pippa, who is 5. Been married for 2 years to Gemma, and it's our wedding anniversary on the 30th of December this year.
Oh,
Um, we live in
oh.
we live in the country in the UK, which is about an hour from London. Um, in a county called Suffolk, which is in the east of England. But please, any questions? Please, I'll do my best to answer them all.
All right. So let's start right away with the map. I think it's because
Okay, I
he
gotta
was
share.
asking me about the city,
Mm-hmm.
so where you live, and I checked. It was 2 hours from London. So now I'm curious when you say it's just one
Oh,
hour.
well, on the train it is an hour,
Oh, I see. Mhm.
but for driving down, which I would not drive down, it's a couple of hours. Yes.
Fortunata.
Yes. Okay, so let's
Let me
see.
see. So,
Oh, it's actually
hmm.
east, but it's northeast then.
It's the southeast, East Anglia, we call it.
It's 2 hours
By car,
by
but it
car.
seems like it's just 1 hour by train, and the train is pretty good. Good, Denmark. The
Well,
connection.
well, it's we have one train station where I live, and this is one train which runs to the main London line. So you have to catch one train in order to catch the train to London, but it's about an hour's time. So these are typical houses you're looking at there, the beamed houses. I live near a village called Lavenham, which is made famous because one of the houses was used in the Harry Potter film.
Oh,
Oh, really? Do you know how many people live in Suffolk?
I don't. I don't. Um,
When I try to see the way that is pronounced, I thought it was Suffolk, but it's like it's Suffolk. It's different the way that is pronounced the name of this city. It's Suffolk or Suffolk or
I
Suffolk?
would say Suffolk. However,
Suffolk?
there are many different. Even in where I live, there are different. People speak with different accents. You know, some people call the place Lavenham, other
11.
people will call it Lavenham, for example.
oh,
Um, yeah, so I
What
think you're looking
what
Bury
is
St.
this place? What is this place, Mark?
So what I can see, that's Bury St Edmunds, which is another town, probably about 20 minutes away from Sudbury,
Ah, mm-hmm.
and I think that's the Abbey Gardens, the ruins which are there.
You said Lebanon? Lebanon? Like
Lavenham,
let me
L A.
see.
Yeah, type in LAV
Le
EN Ham
Lebanon, yeah.
Io
EN
Lebanon,
HAM
Lebanon. This one.
LAV
Oh, it's not. It's not. Sorry. Sorry. So say again, please. L
LAV
L L A V
E
E
N
N. Oh,
H
okay. Lebanon. This one.
Okay.
Mhm. The house is it's building it. This city.
There's the house from Harry Potter.
Oh,
Go
which
back,
one?
go
This
back to the
this
middle
one?
one.
I think it was the orange one in the middle.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. Oh, how funny.
Let's start with the question about driving. How is it driving in the left side of the road? I don't know if it is throughout all the United Kingdom or if it's just in London that you guys drive on the left side of the road, because I've never been to a country where we drive on the left side of the road. Here in Brazil, we drive on the right side of the road. Tell me, it's all throughout all the United Kingdom or just in London there is you guys driving on the left
No,
side?
it's throughout the United Kingdom, England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland. You drive on the left-hand side, although there are plenty of people out there that seem to forget this and drive on the wrong side of the road sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah, so obviously when we travel over, say, to France, we catch the ferry, and of course straight away we're on the opposite side of the road. It's very hard to get used to it for us, and I'm sure it's the same for you when you come here.
Yeah.
But everyone is on the left-hand side, and the traffic today and yesterday, even where I live, where it's not as populated, was absolutely crazy.
Like I'm planning to go to London, for example. Do you recommend me to, instead of rent a car, I think it's better to take a train or public transportation instead of rent a car, because as I don't know how to drive in on the.
I would recommend to either get taxis or the tube.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, that it would take you forever to navigate around London in a car. Okay, then you've got to park, which is a huge expense if you can find somewhere to park. You're much easier to use a taxi or an Uber or get the underground train. Much more of an experience.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask about the Suffolk ship, because when I was looking at the city of Suffolk, I found this information about the ship. There is something different about this. This is the main animal that you can find in your city.
I don't know. I mean, people raise sheep. They're not wild animals. They're here on farms. But I didn't know there was something called a Suffolk sheep.
I made a search, and
Color.
there is a difference between like our ship here and the ship in your place is the face, our black face, and the also the legs are black. This is
Yeah,
the main difference.
I don't think it's related to the area. I think that's just the name that they've been given.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, they do look different, Mark. And here
Yeah.
in Belgium, they are taller. I mean, not that much, but it's different.
That's one type of sheep, though. You know, there are many other types as well. When we drive around, I'm sure you see there's some sheep have got black faces, some are white faces, some are taller, some carry much more weight on them. Same with different variations of pigs. There's a lot of pig farmers around this way as well. Lots of pigs.
What do you usually do in your city, Mark? You
Well,
said that you live in the countryside. There is it's more agricultural.
Where I live is a small market town, so it's not a city by any means. You know, we have a public school, so the schools, pubs, shops, which we walk around. It's not a huge city, like it's very small.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you so much for your answers.
That's
All
okay.
right. Is anybody else ready for questions? Otherwise, I'm just going to go first. Mark, tell us, please, about safety. So you have three children. How do you manage? And do you feel safe leaving them doing stuff alone in the streets because it's a small town? Everybody knows everybody. How is it for you guys?
Well,
And does your wife work full time as well?
yes, Gemma's a full-time teacher. So she's often at work at 7:30 in the morning and not back to 6 o'clock at night. Yes, long days. So myself, obviously at work during the day, I pick the children up after school, cook the dinners,
Oh.
Get them. Then Gemma comes home in the in between, but it's full on during the week. We're hard. I mean, before I had children, I had no grey hair, and now,
I know all about it.
yeah. So I mean, but in terms of playing, I mean, Arthur, who's 13, he's now at what we call secondary school, so he's in the big school now, making new friends. They don't really play out on the streets. We used to do that a lot when we were younger,
Yeah.
but things have changed. Children are now, as you know, they're probably into their iPads or their
Yeah.
computers, or George is into Pokemon. This time of year, they're very much inside. In the summer, we go camping, fishing. We like to go shooting as well. Um, yeah, that's our kind of that's what we do. Literally every week is very similar because we know we're both working parents.
Wow, it is tough, eh? When they have children. Okay, thanks. Renato, you have a question?
Hi, Mike. Mark, nice to meet you, and it's my pleasure. And I remember when Simone put in the screen, put in the group that you are going to be the person that will be the speaker. I missed from the first time that I've been to London because I remember that was many years ago, and I remember that I stayed in a place called Maidenhead. Maidenhead. Maidenhead is a place close to Thames River. I think it's 2 hours and 10 minutes far from Suffolk. Yeah, Suffolk.
Yep.
And it was a really beautiful place, and I remember that I enjoy a lot. Well, that was I went there for a meeting with the company that I work for. I worked for a Swedish company that time, so we had a meeting there. And do you know this place, Maidenhead?
Hi, Renato.
It's a it's a small place. It's a city with a population of about 6,000 people.
So maybe can you put it on the chat, Renato? Then Adenis is going to share it. Maybe Mark is going to remember.
Yeah, yeah. Just a minute.
That's just how
Oh,
it's spelled, so I can check here on the map.
Yeah.
yeah. May Maidenhead. It's around London, Adelso.
Okay. Okay, I found here. Let
So
me zoom
share
out. So
this.
let's share. Let me zoom out so you can see, guys, the distance from London. Yeah, it's closer to London. Let me click on it.
Yeah, it's here.
But Renato, why did you go there actually? Because of work? Just because of the job?
Yeah. I work for a Swedish company and was there to explain about our economy. Okay, the deals or the business of the company here in Brazil. Nobody got to understand nothing about me because I was talking about the inflation about 80% that time. Okay,
Wow.
and so people you people consider a little bit weird that kind of explanation because it doesn't make sense for them talk about the inflation of 80%. That was in 1995, 96, something like that. No, 1993, 1993. So it's kind of a kind of lecture that doesn't matter for people there at that time. Yeah.
It's roughly 50 kilometers from London. It's really close.
Yeah. It's close. Yeah.
1 hour.
I remember that was the first time that I went. I drove a car, or I got a ride in a car that has a cell phone. Yeah, a mobile. Yeah.
But did
That
you
was the first time.
drive it
Yeah.
there, Renato? Did you drive it there or not?
No, I didn't. We have a driver. We driver that
Okay.
lead us to London downtown. Yeah. But that's it. That was a beautiful place and a very good hotel, but the weather was cold. And I remember that time I left Brazil, we were in the summer here, and I got there really turned. People look at me looking as I was an Indian, okay? And I look like an Indian. So I think that I have a kind of how can I, not discrimination, but I think that people look at me in
Prejudice,
a different,
prejudice.
yeah, prejudice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's
Yeah,
a
because there's
curiosity, Mark.
plenty Pakistani and Indians in London, I guess. I
Yeah,
never
yeah,
been
yeah,
there.
yeah.
But Mark,
That is it.
Renato here, he's 70 plus. Would you tell that?
No,
Unbelievable.
I
That he
don't.
looks
I don't
great.
believe you. I do not believe you.
No, you have to believe.
So that's
Wow.
why he's saying that back in the days, in the 70s, in Brazil, we had like 80% inflation taxes. That was crazy. Nowadays it's better, but it's still difficult,
No,
right, Renato?
yeah, yeah. I don't like to talk about this
Anymore.
economic and political subject. Okay, let's
He's
change the
retired.
subject.
Let's
Yeah.
leave it.
No.
Okay, let's move on. So Walter, you have a question?
Oh, yes. Hello, Mark. It's
Hi.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm told that many sports were invented in the UK, like football, rugby, cricket, and baseball, right?
Not
Uh,
baseball.
so I'm wrong on that. But do you enjoy one of them as a player? And do you used to go to some match of them?
Yes, very much enjoy the football. Um, so we have the Premier League here, which I'm sure you're aware of. I like to follow Manchester United, but
No?
the local team to myself is Ipswich Town. So they have just been promoted into the Premiership.
Oh,
So football is very popular. Rugby is very popular. Locally to us, we have rugby clubs and football clubs. We've got a small stadium a very small stadium in Sudbury for Sudbury Football Club. We have a local cricket. They play all this at school, but baseball, I would think, is from America.
Do you like soccer?
Yeah, I love soccer.
Okay, what team do you support? Liverpool, Manchester,
Uh,
what? Aston Villa? What's your team?
well, funny enough, at the moment, Aston Villa are playing Manchester City,
Oh
and
yeah.
so they are Aston Villa are winning.
Oh yeah.
They're beating, yes, but I like Manchester United.
Uh-huh.
And this evening, I'm looking forward to watching perhaps the boxing. Do you watch boxing at all?
Uh-huh.
in Brazil,
Right.
it's popular
No,
boxing.
yeah.
So
It's
there was a
popular. It was already more popular than nowadays, but it
yeah,
is still popular. You have some world championship in boxing here in Brazil.
yeah, yeah, a big heavyweight boxing match tonight with Tyson Fury.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So, so who is your favorite footballer, Renato? Who is your favorite Brazilian
Ah,
footballer?
Uh-oh, uh-oh,
I support Santos Futebol Clube, the team of
uh-oh.
Pelé. You know, I
Yeah,
yeah,
I've
I
heard.
live. Yeah, from my window, I can see the stadium of Santos Futebol Clube. So I was born supporting Santos Futebol Clube. Yeah,
Really.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Rodrigo goes with his team. So it's very sensitive when it goes when it comes to football.
yeah.
And
You say, oh,
you
sorry,
support
sorry.
the national team. What do you think of your national team at the moment?
And yeah, not so much because we even don't know all the players that play in the national team here in Brazil because they change a lot of time. They switch the players, so it's
Mhm.
hard to remember by heart the name of the players. Yeah, but I like to follow, but I prefer to follow my team.
Yeah, my favorite Brazilian footballer was Romario,
Oh yeah,
Okay,
good
yeah,
player.
he was a good player.
a good player.
Yeah, he's not a good politician nowadays, but he was
Ah,
a
he's a
good president.
politician. I didn't
Yeah,
even know
yeah.
that.
He's
Oh,
a deputy. He's a deputy. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Sometimes he go to the court, to
oh,
the government. Sometimes.
wow.
I also didn't know that. Okay, Jenna. Jenna has a question.
Thanks, Mark.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
Damping. Okay. Uh, my question is more about if your business has been influenced by leaving the European community and or your daily life is if you notice some difference between before and after the leaving of the UK.
A little bit. We've seen some price increases with food products because, as you know, the UK imports an awful lot. Um, since I've been dealing with Simone, we bring goods in from Belgium into the UK. That's quite hard to navigate through now with customs and the paperwork that's need to get it from Belgium into the UK. There's a lot of red tape now, a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
I know you voted for leave it. The people voted for no red tape. They forgot that the European Union that was there for no red tape. So
That's right. Yeah, there's a lot, but I think bridges are again being built, so it
yeah,
hasn't changed things too much.
yeah, but you are just leaving the grace period if it's I think because not all laws were implemented at the same time. They were implemented by step and like income taxes and those things. So I think now this year or next year you have the full implementation of, I believe, from all the European red tape, let's
Right.
say.
Okay.
So I think that then it will start feeling that, of course. Also, if I hear Trump talking about his import taxes, he's going to do it to America, what the UK has done to themselves also. Then,
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I'm not fully. I don't follow politics that thoroughly. But it's interesting times with Donald Trump now as prime minister and prime minister as president even, and also with Elon
I
Musk.
thought Elon Musk was the president.
Yeah, well, I think he thinks he is as well. Yeah.
You do agree on that. That's funny.
It's good the question is answered. Maybe somebody else.
Okay. Mark, your driver, he was at Tedesco, I think 10 days ago, and he was complaining about this London tree, the Christmas tree in London. It
Right.
seems like it's been a debate for you guys. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And maybe Adenilson can share the screen because I didn't have time to check that, but he was really upset about it. I was so surprised. I was just like, what's going on there?
Yeah. No, I
So
know what
yeah.
you mean. I read about it in the newspaper. So every year from Norway, the UK is sent a Christmas tree, and they've done it for years and years and years. And it wasn't particularly decorated very well. It had some lights going down it, and they compared it against what they had in New York, which, as you can imagine, was huge and over the top and more lights than you can imagine. So they're comparing chalk and cheese, but it wasn't the best.
Okay, so that's
You,
that's the story.
you
Okay.
can find a picture of it. Please look it up on the internet, and you'll clearly see what I mean.
So that's why I was asking Denise to show us because I was so surprised how touched he was about this story, right? Like in London and now with Christmas, a Christmas tree. And he was just telling me that he doesn't agree. Like I was just
How
like,
should I
no.
what should I type Simone here so I can find it?
Yeah, I think it's just Christmas tree. Or do you have another
London,
suggestion?
London
For
Christmas tree.
London
Yeah.
Christmas tree. Okay.
No, just London. So you see that it seems like it's very different from the traditionally seen. And yeah, I think that some people they are not open to changes, right? So when something a little bit different comes up, it really surprises them. Maybe you can put it 2024 so that we know for sure that that is the one. Okay.
You have the picture over here from London and New York beside over here to the left.
Yeah, that's the
two trees
comparison. Yes.
Yeah, the comparisons between each other.
This one here?
Oh,
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
yes. That is definitely different. Okay, okay, okay. Now I see what
My
he's
wife is going
talking
to come and say
about.
hello in a second. Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Ah.
Oh my gosh, Mark, I completely understand him now.
You see what I mean?
Okay, he does have a point. Oh, I see. Yes, wow, that's really
Do you
Okay,
all have Christmas trees up in your homes?
guys, did you get
Yeah.
his question?
I
Yeah,
used
I
to.
have one. Well,
Yeah.
I have shown.
Rodrigo, did you get his question?
I used to decorate, but now
Well,
I don't decorate anymore. I don't. I think it's just a hassle. Oh, just a small one.
Jenna has a cute
Easy
one.
to.
Laura, did you
yeah.
get his question? Mark's question?
This
What?
is
Sorry,
mine.
I couldn't hear.
Okay, Mark,
You have.
ask again.
Do you have your Christmas trees up in your homes?
Yeah, but it's far. It's another room. It's
But
big.
you do have it.
Yeah, I do.
I have a natural.
A natural.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But I live in Amazonia, Manaus, and our tree isn't a real pine tree.
Pine tree, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, is another podocarpo. Yeah, I don't know in English. Is podocarpo is a similar, but
But
isn't.
the shape is similar. The shape is similar.
Yeah,
Pine
yeah.
tree.
The shape is, but it's natural and it is in our background.
All
And
right.
other parts use lights too in our home. Yeah, we are. Oh, the lights is impossible. Maybe if
It's a little
they're
bit
not.
dark at your place, indeed.
Yeah, I want to show in our our windows have plants. You know, plants. I'm a agronomist and my wife is a biologist, botanic. So plants in our home.
Yeah, we
And
have
we
lots of
use
plants as well.
Yeah. Mark, usually do you set up like artificial trees or natural trees in England?
There is a mixture of both. I mean, in the past, we've had natural trees at our house, but for the last few years, we've got an artificial tree, which we've used, and purely because we had enough of all the pine needles dropping on the floor.
Yeah, and how long does it take to get like a dry tree? Like for example, you cut a tree and a natural tree and it's green, but after a while, I think it's started getting dry and the leaves are falling. And I wonder how long does it take to change the color and to get dry the tree? Because when you cut the tree, a natural tree, you set up in a place and then the tree will die eventually.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking Christmas trees here, but you water the bottom of the Christmas tree still, even though there's not a root on it, you still water the stump, and that will keep it green and should help stop the pine needles from falling off.
Oh, really?
But here, Mark, we do that every year. For us at home is a tradition to have natural tree. And I can tell you that as soon as we start watering, it goes very fast because here we have calification at home. So it's quite warm. And the trees, they don't survive that long. I think it takes 2 more weeks and then we put it outside and it's already really, really dry. I don't know for how you do it afterwards. Do you plant it in the garden or something? We just bring it back.
No,
Otherwise, the whole town is going to be full of Christmas trees.
Some people take them and give them to goats.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Goats.
So goats eat a lot of the pine needles.
Mhm.
But to be honest, a lot of people, they go to the garden centre for recycling and chipping and put into compost.
Yeah, that's what we do as well afterwards.
Here in Brazil, have a tree in the São Paulo city, capital of São Paulo state, that is 57 meters high.
Wow.
Let me
Yeah.
share.
But
Let me share.
Yeah, but I think that's must be artificial. I think so.
On Ibirapuera Park, Renato,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about? Okay,
Yeah,
let me
yeah, yeah.
share. Let me
Yeah.
share. This one.
Oh,
They set up on a lake. On a
Yeah, that one, yeah, this one.
that is something new because when I used to live in São Paulo, I don't remember ever seeing such a thing.
Yeah,
Something new, but it looks great.
yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
great.
it looks very impressive.
But I think that's
And it
totally
is fake
artificial. I think
then,
so.
Ademilson.
Sorry?
It is a fake tree or how
Yeah,
did
It's a fake one.
yeah, it's a fake. They set
Yeah,
up
it must be artificial. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Rodrigo.
Okay.
Here in home, this is a leaf from Podocarpo. It's similar to the pine tree.
Right. Wait, Rodrigo. Ademilson, he's gonna look at that as well for Mark to realize.
What is the name? Polycarp?
Podocarpo.
Podocarpo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plum
pine. Yeah.
Plum pine.
Plum
Rodrigo
pine.
is from the Amazons region.
Right, okay.
Mark,
Yeah.
he's really from the north, and most of us we are from the south. But look at that. We don't. Is this typical from the Amazon region, Rodrigo?
No.
No?
Isn't from here because it's adapted our climate conditions. It's an universal tree. Generally, the people use to natural
Decoration.
fence, natural fence.
Yeah, for fencing.
Fence, yeah, like a
hedging.
a hedge, like a hedge. Yeah, they use like a hedge. But it's
Yeah.
not grow so tall. It's not so tall tree. It's like
No,
short.
in this case, the people cut
Here.
have
Hedge,
more
hedge,
than
yeah. A hedge.
yeah. But in a natural condition, our tree has about 40 meters. 4 meters.
Wow.
4 meters. This is the tree, Rodrigo, the same tree decorated for Christmas. This is the Podocarp.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We use another tree in our garden, and this interesting name is cow foot tree. You know, this the leaves similar mark of a cow, a cow foot.
Okay, what do you know the name of this plant?
Oh, the
would be like
name in Portuguese is pata de vaca.
I know it.
This one?
Yeah. The flower is
the leaves the same shape of a cow foot.
Yeah. We use this to decorate too with lights in our background.
Oh, that's very interesting, Rodrigo. Thanks for sharing. Oh, he got his companion. Rodrigo, please translate the question. What is the dog wants to ask Mark?
Sorry?
Does your dog has a question? Does your dog have a question for Mark?
Yeah.
Please translate it. Okay, let's go.
Oh, how the people called when the
Oh,
dog
he has a dog as
had
well. Look, Rodrigo, he has
hasn't a race, a definite race. How
A
the
mongrel,
people
mongrel,
called
a
it
mongrel dog, mongrel.
mongrel
Yeah,
in
mongrel dog.
UK?
Oh, in UK, I don't know, but I think it's
Yeah,
mongrel.
in UK. I want to know in UK.
So what is
Is-
the question actually, Rodrigo, for Mark?
The breed of the dog. She
When
wants
there
to
is no
know.
breed, like the
Well,
dog has
yeah,
no breed. The dog
Stray
has no
dog?
breed.
has no race, no
Stray
breed.
dog, maybe?
So when a dog is one dog is say the father is a Labrador, and the mother is a boxer dog, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's a
these
cross,
are mixes.
and some people used to call them mongrels.
Yeah.
Mongols.
Yeah,
But
mongrels.
now it seems that every time that a breed is crossed, you have a new name for it these days. So the word mongrel is not really used anymore in the UK. You would have, if a poodle is crossed with a Labrador, we call it a Labradoodle.
Yeah, I know this brand.
No, but I mean,
mixed.
Mark, in Brazil, they're so mixed, and they end up on the streets. So we call it street dogs. You don't have such a thing in the UK, do you?
Well, not so much, but my dog here, she was a street dog. We rescued her from Corfu. So Corfu is a Greek
Greece.
island.
In Greece.
That's right. And we had her transported back to the UK with her sister. Her sister lives with my parent-in-laws, Gemma's parents, and we have our dog here, but they were street dogs.
Oh, you see? So you can follow them that as well, street
Yeah.
dogs when they
Yeah.
have. Okay.
Yeah, but you don't have so many. You don't have any street dogs in the UK.
Mhm,
They're either
mhm.
homed or people, unfortunately, just leave them out and people take them in and look after
Yeah.
them.
Or they go to this, we call it in Belgium asile. Asile. How do you call that in English?
Is that like like where they look after all the dogs and stray
Yeah.
cats? Yeah. We have several of them here. We have a big one in London called Battersea Dogs Home,
Dog's home then.
like a
Because
dog's home.
I was thinking about the word, but it didn't come up. So I like in Dutch we call it asiel, yeah, right?
Right.
So for you it's just dog home.
Yeah, I would
then.
say so. Yeah.
Dog home in the UK. Okay, thanks. You see, every day you learn something new, guys. Sir
Here in
Walter,
Brazil, this is
Huh.
a special breed now called caramel.
caramel?
It's a street dog, but it's a kind of new brand, caramel. Caramel. Yeah.
That is a beautiful
People
dog.
know. Yeah. Beautiful and very.
Well, Rodrigo, that's another one already. How many do you have?
Three
Oh.
girls.
You have 3 dogs.
Yeah, three girls. I prefer girls because less job than less work than male.
Okay. Mark has
My
also a
opinion.
girl, right? So you have 2 boys, a girl, and a little girl at home, huh, Mark?
Yeah, I've got Gemma, my
Your
wife,
daughter?
and 2 boys, 1 daughter, and our dog.
And a dog.
Oh, and 4 chickens.
Oh, you have
And
fresh eggs every day.
do you know something? We
That's
used to have
healthy.
we used to have fresh eggs every day, but now they've just stopped laying eggs.
The winter is always like that.
Yeah, and
I
2
used to
guinea
have chickens
pigs.
as well. Mhm.
Yeah, so busy.
Yes, you have a busy life, that's for sure. Okay, so Walter, you're back with another question.
Okay, Mark, just a curiosity, is that true that Big Bang isn't a clock?
No, it is a clock.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Big Ben
Thought that it is a clock.
is a clock for sure. Have you ever been to the UK, Volta?
Never. I never been in UK.
No. Have you been to Europe?
Yeah, yes, Europe. Netherlands, Italy, Israel, that is not in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for the moment.
Do you have any plans to come over again, or maybe to the UK?
I would like to. I'd like to, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm planning to go there sometime.
Because the UK is not as you know, it's not a big country. You can tour, you could rent a car or a van, and you can drive all around the UK in a couple of weeks and see everything from the south coast of the UK all the way up to Scotland, into Wales, London. Amazing.
Oh, great.
In 2 weeks, you'd say, Mark, in 2 weeks you see everything?
You could get a lot done in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We are pretty much in the south. To drive up to Scotland is about 6 hours driving.
Oh, that's not far.
It's not that far. Well, it is for when you're in the UK, but when you compare it against trekking across Europe, it's not a big place.
No, and also Brazil, like Brazil, you go from one state to the other, it's already 8 hours or much longer than that. So, all right.
Our
Laura,
problem
do you have a
here,
question?
is the labor rate. Yeah, this is you have each real costs each labor costs more than R$ 6. You have
Oh,
to
he's talking about the Brazilian
when you change the
currency.
money. Yeah,
At the moment, it's very,
this
very
is the problem to
expensive.
go to UK.
Mm.
Yes, it's very expensive to travel to the UK at the moment for Brazilians. The currency is real. It's
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it
Brazilian
on the chat for Mark to see. So REAL, Brazilian currency real. And at the moment, it's very expensive to travel to the UK or anywhere else in Europe.
Anyway, yeah.
All right. Okay, I was wondering if Laura is ready with a question because we haven't heard her today.
Yeah, I was asking, I would ask about the tree, the Christmas tree, because some Brazilians government make a joke. Oh, you don't need to travel to London. You have better Christmas trees here in Brazil, like in Curitiba, São Paulo, and other places. But I'd like you to, how can I pronounce, please, the English sauce?
Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. Okay, thank you.
Absolutely perfect. Worcestershire
thank
sauce.
you.
That was really good.
Wow, the first go, she got it already. Hey,
Oh, I appreciate it.
good.
Well, it's because in Brazil, for example, these words, we say Yorkshire, but I know it's Yorkshire, correct?
Correct, Yorkshire.
Sure.
Yeah, Hampshire, all these words in Brazil, when we pronounce in English, we say like Yorkshire, but I know it's not correct.
And your English is fantastic.
Oh, no,
Yes.
no.
So that's why I invited her to be part of this group because I'm missing someone like her. She speaks very good English indeed.
Oh,
So
thank you so
is that
much.
all? Is that all, Laura? Is
Yeah.
that all? You just
Yeah.
need a question about the pronunciation.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. And how? Why is that so famous in the UK? This sauce? Because here in Belgium we don't have that.
I don't know why it's so famous. It's not everyone likes it, but we use it in all our cooking. You know, when you're cooking with meats, we're always adding Worcestershire sauce. Some people even like to have it with baked beans on toast with Worcestershire sauce on top.
Oh, is it spicy or is it bitter? How does it taste? Like I've never tasted actually.
How would you describe it? It's because you don't really have it on its own. It's hard to say. What I'm going to do, Simone, when we next come over to you in Belgium,
You see, I in the back of my mind, I was also thinking, what I'm gonna get from the UK. Hey,
say hi, Pip.
You're so cute.
They say hi, Simone.
Hi, Simone.
Oh, I'd love to meet you someday. You're so cute.
Good girl.
So
You okay?
You're gonna have a big party for Christmas? Are you celebrating with the family?
We got family coming, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be busy.
Are you excited for
How many
Christmas?
nephews are coming? Nieces and nephews.
We've got 2 nieces coming, auntie and uncle. We're going to have about 12 people in the house.
Oh, it's gonna be busy, and it's gonna be lots of fun for the little ones. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You want to stay here for a minute? Yeah, okay.
You can help Daddy to answer some questions.
They're going to answer some questions, okay? Because Pippa goes to school, don't you? You're doing really well, aren't you?
Okay, so I have a question about school, actually. So, Peppa is 6. How old is she again?
5.
Oh, you look so big. So I was thinking that you were 6 already. Oh my goodness, you're so big. Okay, so she's 5, which means next year she's going to start for real school. Because here in Belgium, it's like that. In Brazil as well.
She's been, this is her 2nd year at school already. So Pippa is one of the youngest ones in her class. Her birthday is in July. So she's a younger girl in the class. But next year will be her 3rd year in primary school. So we go from age of 4 to 11 in primary school, and then into secondary school.
Oh, because I think in Brazil, like the school starts in February. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, so it starts in February, and most of the children in the primary, they're already 6, right?
Right.
6, 6, 7. Yes.
Sorry.
Now she's 5, and she started already, so she's a little bit younger.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Good girl, Pips.
Okay, okay. And then the son who is 13,
Yes.
he's already in, how do you call that? High school or?
Well, we call it secondary school, but high school is the same term. So he's been there for 2 years now.
From 11? It starts at 11 then.
Starts at 11.
Until 18?
Till 16.
Oh, so it's different than Belgium.
Yeah, so
Can anybody explain him in Brazil? How does it work with the ages? Does anybody know how? Because in my time was different. Do you know, Laura? How does it work now with the ages? Please.
A bit, because it changed from my time too, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's until high school until 17, 18.
17, 18. Yeah, you see, it's a little bit different.
Well, you can leave at 16 years old, but a lot of the children, they stay for another 2 years and normally leave when they're 17, 18. So you have the option to stay at school or go to college, then to university.
But the college starts at 16 then. That's young.
That's right, yes.
Oh, okay.
And recently here in Brazil, we are more 1 year. Yeah, before the high school, we add more 1 year until 1st to 8. Now it's 1st to 9.
Vestibular. Oh yeah, so
No. We add more 1 year in before the high school.
Yeah, the middle school.
The middle more 1 year.
Oh, that's 1 more year.
Recently.
Okay.
In the past, 1 to 8, and now 1 to 9. Yeah. Well, one thing I visited UK, and one part that I loved a lot was Lake District, more specifically Windermere. I visited. Yeah, Windermere.
I've heard of Windermere.
It's correlated with Peter Rabbit, writer, the region. Peter Rabbit, the famous.
Peter Rabbit, and that is I can't think of the author's name right now. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, and I know exactly who you mean, and I can't think of her name.
Yeah, this writer is died now, but she founded a foundation. And this foundation, all the money from the rights from Peter Rabbit is direct to this region, to preserve this region in the Mare region.
Beatrix Potter.
The name of this, I forgot.
The author of Peter Rabbit is a lady named Beatrix Potter.
Mm,
Very famous.
yeah.
And did the region got a little bit famous because of her then and this foundation, or?
Very much so.
Oh,
Very
okay.
much. She wrote many books, children's books, and there's
Yeah.
been animated programs about them. I mean, my children even watch them all and read their books. Not just about Peter Rabbit, but there are stories about hedgehogs and foxes and all different types of animals that she made into characters. Fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. The
fascinating to know that,
this
Rodrigo.
foundation control the how can I say the more exploration of the region. Without this foundation, probably the region will change to be a lot of buildings. But this foundation preserve both all the lands, you know, and is a kind of preservation by private interest, like
Because
this.
of the altar.
Yeah, the author, she's died, but before that died, she make this.
Wow, that's very interesting, Rodrigo. That you
Yeah,
know that. Thanks for
yeah,
sharing with us.
yeah. I know this
Cool.
very beautiful place. Another city that are a lot was York,
Yes.
York.
which did relation with the Vikings. It's very beautiful place.
That's a beautiful part of the country.
Yeah.
All right. Renato, he's back with another question and most probably the last one. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I remember I have a memory about London. I remember that I was in a pub close to Windsor Castle, and it was about 10 p.m. Then the barman play a bell. The pub was going to close. I told him, "Oh man, I'm in the middle of a joke. Okay, how can I interrupt my joke because it's 10 p.m." So, so I think that they were really strict about time, and that was a funny story that I remember when I was there. Yeah, and
Yeah, they still ring the
but
bell.
yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, curious because you have more than 100 kinds of styles of types of beer. Yeah. Do you like to drink beer too?
You know, I do like. I don't drink too often, but last night I went to a wedding reception.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, I had some beers last night, and I had some whiskey last night, and I had some vodka last night, and I had some tequila last night, and now I wish I never went out last night.
You have many opportunities to drink
Yeah.
beer.
But yeah, I drink beer, but I don't drink that often. We have local bitter, it's called, so it's not got any bubbles in it.
Yeah, yeah.
We have lots of breweries in local breweries that make their own beer.
Uh-huh.
Beer is a big thing at the moment. It's not just Heineken, Foster's, Stella Artois. It's all what they call craft beers now. They're using different flavors and making different beers. It's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah, great. Good. Yeah.
I didn't know that about London. I thought Belgium was very famous about beer and have all these different kinds, but in the UK they also have so many hundreds.
Well, I think the beer in Belgium is much stronger than what we have here. But pubs in the UK were very popular. Pubs is a very difficult business to be in now. Lots of pubs have closed. Lots of
Oh, yeah.
pubs, which used to be pubs for many years, have now been developed into houses. Where I live in this town, there might have been 30 pubs, for example. Now there is a handful of pubs, not many left. But some people take these pubs on and then they brew their own beer.
Yeah.
So, they're trying their best. But no, it's certainly not like the beers of Belgium.
Well, you're getting there. All right, guys. We are just almost finished with this meeting. Mark, I would like to thank you so much for being here with us. When I first told him, guys, not even a month ago, he told me right away yes. And it was a very easy booking for me because some people I have to really beg them. I have to really say, oh, please watch this video. That's for a good cause. And that is, they end up saying yes. But for you, it was so easy. And today, this hour flew by also with the needs. And that's what I feel from you. It's so nice. It was so nice. You're not like you're just being yourself. It's like you're sitting in your living room, right? And you can feel
I'm
that.
sitting in my bedroom.
In your bedroom. Oh, that's more, it's even more cozy than I thought. So
Yeah.
you really feel comfortable with us, and I hope to see you again sometime here as well.
Absolutely.
I hope
Thank
you had a
you.
good time.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you,
a lot,
everyone.
Mark, for your presence.
Okay,
Appreciate that.
so this was the last meeting of 2024. I hope to see you guys next year with plenty more special guests, and wish you the best of the holiday season.
Merry
Okay,
Christmas.
for you
Merry
too.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, guys,
Merry
thanks so much.
Christmas.
Well, have a
Merry
great
Christmas.
afternoon.
Have a great New Year. See ya.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone. Nice to meet
guys.
you all.
Bye-bye.